The Gardner and the Monkeys. Thaha was a very poor man. For a month, he had been without a job. He visited many places to beseech for a job, but he was freed and fired out of every place, for he was not suitable to do hard works. At last, Thaha reached a village and found a luxuriously decorated two-storied building with a large and vast garden in front of it. He moved to the courtyard and called from outside. The landlord of that house came out and saw a stranger standing in his courtyard. Thaha said he was in search of a job. The kind landlord appointed him as his gardener. Since that day onwards, he had worked there. But there was a problem. The plants in the garden had to be watered every morning and evening, and so he was not allowed to go away on leave. This caused for the ceasing of all outside enjoyments to Thaha. Whenever he wanted a leave, it was rejected. It dejected him considerably. There was a not so large grove very adjacent to the garden. There lived a lot of monkeys in the trees. Once it was a day of a great festival in the village. Thaha wanted to celebrate the day with the villagers, and accordingly he visited the landlord and informed of his desire. But even this time the request was neglected. Thaha had a new idea in his mind. He went to the grove and addressed the monkey chief. Sir, I want to take a leave for this day. So, will you please water the plants in my absence? The monkey chief said, even though you are not directly from our own race, you have some identical features to that of us. So, I undertake your request. Go with the villagers and enjoy the day. We may look after the plants. Thaha went to the streets to celebrate the festival after giving the monkeys necessary vessels to scoop water from a nearest stream. The monkeys entered the garden, but suddenly they were totally confused. The plants were different in size and age. How much water might be poured for each plant? The chief of the monkey thought over and over. At last, they came to a conclusion. It was to pluck out each plant and to the length of the root it might be watered. The decision was taken into consideration, and accordingly the monkey started to uproot the plants. Measuring the length, they replanted them and watered them. Next day, when the landlord visited the garden, he saw almost the majority of his plants withered out and started to dry off. He was vexed greatly and called the gardener. He said that the monkeys were assigned on the task of watering the plants for a single day to have a holiday. The monkeys very naively said that what they did to water the plants sufficiently. The very moment Thaha was dismissed from his job, for he was not loyal to his work.